Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending when you're watching this. I'm Bill Paxson, Artistic Director of Tellico Community Playhouse. I'm always amazed when I hear that residents of Tellico weren't even aware that we have a playhouse. Well, we do. Our little gem is located right next to Little Italy in Lakeside Plaza. We take pride in providing you with terrific shows at family-friendly prices. Our upcoming show is a comedy called The Outsider. I brought along 3 key members of this production to familiarize you with what's going on behind the scenes. Let's meet them. Closest to me is Susie Short, our director. Next to her is Joel Bonin, one of the actors. And next to Joel is Jill Papa, our set designer. We always like to involve some of our crew people, so you get to meet them too, as well as the actors. Susie, we'll start with you. Without going into too much detail or giving too much away about the show, tell us a little bit about this play.
Well, it's a really unique show, I think, for a community theater to undertake, because it's a political satire. And in this day and age, especially right now, I think it's kind of fun to look at a show that pokes fun at politics, American politics in particular, without getting political, meaning it is not partisan in any way, shape, and form. Basically, we have a setup where we have a governor who has just been thrown out of office for a kind of raunchy scandal, and his second in command, his lieutenant governor, is thrust into the seat of the governorship. Our main character, you're going to talk to our main character next, but he's trying to figure out, does he want to be in the position? Can he even do it? And the show really revolves around this central question of, what do we want or need from our political entities, from our government, and how do we make those decisions about whether we accept them or not? In this show, we have this great political team that kind of wrangles with that question, and the main characters in the show. And again, without giving too much away, it's just a blast. It's a lot of fun, a lot of laughter.
Thanks. Joel, how does this show and this role that you're in compared to others you've done?
Well, let's see. I always try to find a bit of myself in the roles that I perform, and in this particular case, having somewhat of a scientific background, former weather forecaster, the part about being able to organize a budget and doing all the details that a governor would do feels fairly natural. The other aspect of Ned is his deathly fear of TV and giving speeches and people that he doesn't know, which is kind of up my alley, because if there's one thing in acting that scares the heck out of me, it's improv. So I get a feel for Ned not being comfortable with being on television and having to be interviewed by people that he's not comfortable with. Ned is only really comfortable with 1 or 2 people in his orbit as far as the show is concerned. But as far as the show, as far as the theater generally, I'm always amazed at the high production values, and like Susie was saying, the number of people that we have to come in and help out and give their talents, not only on stage, but backstage, and planning the set, the lights, the sound, the costumes, the makeup. We have some really, really good people working here at Tellico Community Players.
Jill, what was your background that prepared you as a set designer?
Well, I lived alone for a really long time, and I had to figure out how to do stuff, and I'm never satisfied just sitting there seeing plain walls, and I'd sit there and go, oh, I need to do this or I need to do that, and I'd get a little book out and learn how to do electrical work, and I'm there and, oh, you touch this wire to this wire, and so I've probably remodeled through the years about 25 houses, and it's just, I can't sit in a room and see a bare wall and think, oh, I could do something there. So I don't know, I just get up and do it. And when it's paint or something like that, you can always paint over it.
Yep.
if it's not good.
Yep.
You know?
Well, we're very blessed to have you.
Thank
Yes, that is definitely true.
Susie, share with us your theatrical background and what your first experience directing at Tellico has been like so far.
Oh gosh, do we have 3.5 hours? I know we don't, so I'll keep it short. Right, I've been in theater for over 30 years, and a lot of that comes from the fact that I, in my former career, was a high school English teacher, and of course, as everybody knows, to get a job you take on supplemental, and so I was always doing the shows, directing the shows. And then, of course, you know, I've been in a number of shows myself through college, through community theater work while I was teaching, and then after finishing teaching. This is probably about my 50th show as far as being involved, but again, a lot of that comes from the high school venues. Here at Tellico, it's just been amazing. My first directorial position here, but I've helped out with costumes and behind the scenes a little bit, and that helped me get acclimated to the culture of the theater here, which is, I have to say, one of the most welcoming and really inclusive groups that I've ever worked with. So it's been fabulous. Directing, of course, is a challenge. You have a million different things floating around in the air. But again, what's different about this particular playhouse is we have so many volunteers and so many support groups. So it makes it easy in that respect. It's been fun.
Great, thanks. Joel, share with us how and when you got into acting.
Oh, my first bit of acting came actually as giving weather forecasts on the radio, and I struck up an acquaintance with a woman in Marshall, Michigan. And she was an actress, and she invited me over to see one of her productions. And I really admired that she was able to memorize everything. And I was telling her, I can't believe that, you know, you can do this so easily. And she said, oh no, this is easy, you can do this. And I took acting lessons through a park district. And then an audition came up for a production of The Odd Couple. Oh. And I went into a room with 20 guys and 5 women, and okay, now I'll know what an audition is. And I got selected to be the part of Speed. Now, if you know the show, Speed is the first one who speaks in that show. So me, not on stage since the 8th grade, and now I'm in my 40s. How would I react? How would I feel when we were really ready to go? And I just remember the feeling of, let's go, get that curtain up, let's go. So when we moved to Tennessee 10 years ago, I was very happy to see that we had a community playhouse that I could act in and be a part of, and I've done like 7, 8 productions now and really have enjoyed it. So that's where I am today.
Jill, what has your experience been like as one of our newest crew members, and what would you say to other people who are maybe considering volunteering at Tellico Playhouse?
You know, there's just so many really great people here, and everybody's willing to step in and help you, and you know, and give you ideas and show you around and where things are, and then you know, you're sort of on your own sometimes too, and you can just do what you do. You know, you don't have people micromanaging you, and so it's freeing and it's helpful, and it's, you know, it's just a really wonderful group of people, you know, and everybody's
would you encourage
helping.
others to
come,
volunteer
you know,
at the
come and
Playhouse?
join, and you know, I had never worked in the theater or anything, so it's you know, you really get to see what happens and how they do all this stuff, and the sound and how the, you know, the lighting goes, and you know, and it's just, you know, in the last play I did, I you know, had an idea of something I saw on the stage with the lighting, and I went back and talked to them about it, and they were so happy to have somebody, you know, say that, because not everybody has the same sight and stuff, and so it was really great. It's fun.
Terrific, thanks. Well, I hope this little glimpse into our world has intrigued you to come out and see The Outsider, which runs March 12th through 29th. And we hope you make plans to see our next play, which is a drama called Tribute, which opens in June. We'd love to have you come explore any volunteer opportunities. We welcome people to try out lighting, sound, costume, makeup, set design, or even just ushering. We train all of our volunteers, so no experience necessary, and we truly are a family. So come play with us.